You know the drill by now. In the description, I'll have a link to Slayer's frame data, as well as a link to my website, which has all of my tutorials for all the games I've written about. And when I post this video, there will be a written version of the Slayer guide already out. Let's just jump straight in and talk about what kind of a character Slayer is. So the very first thing you'll notice when you start to try to combo with Slayer is his attacks don't really chain together at the same time as most characters. He has to sort of link his attacks together like you would in Street Fighter games. Keep in mind, these are not technically links, but they feel like links, so it's totally okay to think about them as link combos. As you saw, it doesn't really matter that his attacks don't chain into each other, because they still combo into each other just the same. The only difference is now it takes a little bit more precise timing. Another thing that you'll notice straight away is that Slayer cannot run forward like most of the characters. He instead does a little teleport. His backdash is the same. These teleports are completely invincible, and just like every character in the game, his backdash is invincible on frame 1, so you can still use it to escape pressure. What makes Slayer stupid is that he can jump cancel both of his dashes on any frame. This includes his backdash. So yes, Slayer is like Khan from Street Fighter 4, except he's always oiled up. And in fact, there's a little glitch that they kept as a feature, similar to roll canceling in CVS2. If you backdash to get the invincibility from the backdash and then you jump, your invincibility does not go away as you jump. So as you saw there, my jump literally went right through his attack. Which, that in itself is broken, because that completely bypasses the risk of pre-jump frames, which means that Slayer gets to go into Air FD for free. But the most broken part about this is that pre-jump frames are cancelable into special moves. This means that Slayer can essentially give all of his special moves invincibility frames whenever he wants. As far as a character archetype, Slayer is all about the neutral game. He wants to play the neutral game because he wins at the neutral game. He has buttons like this, which can lead into a large chunk of damage with very minimal effort. He has 2H, which hops over lows. He has 6P, which goes under highs. He has Dandy Step, which goes through everything, realistically. He has 6H to punish you for trying to jump away, and he has Dot, just in case you tried to press the button from a full screen away. Now let's get a little bit more specific. His fastest anti-air is 5P, as it is with a lot of characters. It is jump cancelable, so you can start the combo from it directly. His other main anti-air is 2S. This move is insane. It is also jump cancelable. 2S will give you significantly more damage on the combo because it has better proration on it, but 5P is still faster. You can anti-air with 6P, since it is high and vulnerable, but it's pretty slow and you usually don't need it. If you're the one jumping in with a Slayer, use jump H, use jump H, use jump H. This is an insanely difficult move to anti-air unless they have something invincible to blow right through it. In fact, since you don't have a forward run, just super jumping in with jump H is a really good way to get in with this character. As far as grounded normals, 2P has really good range and is your fastest attack at 4 frames. It is not cancelable, however it can link into his other attacks. 5K has a little bit more range. It is special cancelable. And in fact, if you're up close, it is so advantageous that you can combo it into itself as many times as you want until you get pushed away. So a really simple combo to practice your timing would be that. Fastest low attack is 2K. Just like 2P, it is not special cancelable. However, it still links into things like 2H and 2D, or 5K, whatever you want really. 6K is an overhead that links into 2K. It can go over low attacks, and he can hold the button to feint it. And maybe go for a throw instead. Up close, you have close S far S. This is plus on block and very plus on hit. So plus, in fact, that it combos into itself. So another example combo might look like this. 2H hits low, staggers on grounded hits, goes over low attacks, and always combos into quarter D. I'll talk more about that move later. Slayer's last extremely notable normal is 6H. Its main purpose is to keep the opponent locked down and making sure they don't try to jump away. Because if they do jump away, they're eating a pile bunker to the face. So let's just jump right into his special moves. The first one is Mappa Hunch. So you have quarter forward punch or quarter forward kick. The kick version is slightly slower and slightly worse on block, but travels further. The most common use is to cancel into it from 5k. However, you can also hold the button down to feint it, which, just like 6k, leaves you really, really close to the opponent, so you can go for a throw. Mappa also just has insane range by itself, so even if you're this far away, you're still in range to do a quick poke. By now, you've probably noticed a theme. If Slayer picks the right move, or if the opponent picks the wrong move, they're going to take a lot of damage very quickly. Next special move is Dandy Step. The punch version looks like this. It's very quick, he sways back and then sways forward again. This move has 3 frames of invincibility, so not much, but it has follow-ups. I'll get into those follow-ups in a second. The kick version is the same but slower and goes further. Both versions have an FRC. The D version is much the same, but it starts traveling forward instantly and you can cancel into the follow-ups almost instantly. Although usually you don't see this too much. Slayer has better ways to spend meter. The slash and heavy slash versions travel forward and can travel through the opponent. The H version is much slower but travels further, and they have the same follow-ups. So the first follow-up to Dandy Steps is Pile Bunker. This move is very, very high damage. However, it is very punishable on block at -17, so use it sparingly. If it does counter hit, it wall splats. And you get another one. The kick follow-up is Crosswise Heels. This move is a natural launcher. However, it is also very punishable on block. The caveat here is that it is invincible. So if the opponent tries to poke you out of your Dandy Step, you can just Crosswise Heels and blow right through it. Note that it is only invincible above his ankles. Under Pressure is Slash, and its late is Heavy Slash, and Under Pressure can chain into its late. Now, its late is an overhead, and if you do it raw like this, it is very plus on hit and leads it into a combo. You do not get the same combos if you chain into it from Under Pressure. One thing to note is that its late is also invincible to throws, and even if they block it, it's still very plus on block. And if it happens to counter hit, they're going for a ride. D during Dandy Step gives you super duper pile bunker, which just always wall splats, but usually isn't worth the meter. However, this version is now only -3 on block, so it's a lot safer. Slayer's next special move is quarter forward H, which is Blood Sucking Universe. This is a command grab. Now, Slayer can get stuff off of this, namely a 2k. Most people will not be able to mash fast enough to escape a 2k, but for the most part, you really aren't going to get real combos off of this command grab most of the time. And on hit, Slayer actually heals for 75% of the damage he's dealt with the grab. Next special move is Undertow. So this is a slow launching attack with 1 hit of armor. Again, you don't really see it used too much, it's a little too slow. Finally, you have Footloose Journey, which is quarter back kick in the air. It's another move that you really don't see too much, maybe in some combos somewhere, but I don't know those combos, so I don't use it. Now on to meter usage. It has Big Bang Upper. This is an insanely fast launcher, and its primary use is to be used after a 2H, because it goes so far and always combos. If you want to use it in neutral, you can. It does have upper body invincibility, but it is minus 22 on block. And you cannot cancel into this move like you can other moves. It doesn't work. It has some supers, the first of which is Dead on Time. This move is unblockable after the super flash, which is to say they have to be blocking before the screen freezes in order to block this. This is not blockable on reaction, and it travels across the entire screen and does that much damage. You may have noticed it has an FRC, and if you get this FRC, it is safe on block, or if it hits, you get a combo after it as well. It also has Eternal Wings, which is your typical strike invincible super, and then he has this move, which no one uses. So essentially, neutral with Slayer consists entirely of 2H to stuff whatever they're doing and also go over low attacks, 6P to go through their high hitting attacks. If you need a fast poke, 5K in the Mappa, or you could just do this. Or if you have 25% tension, and of course, Sewer Jump H, and of course, Backdash cancel special moves, and of course, Mappa feints into throws. If you want to start a juggle combo with Slayer, you can do it with crosswise heals, you can do it with big bang upper, or you can just go straight into it from an anti-air. Slayer has a lot of different combo routes in the air. The first one that you should build everything off of is this one. And work your way up from there. Now, depending on the opponent character, you will need to add in some extra jabs or, change the combo in some way to accommodate their height and their weight. Probably the most consistent pattern that works most of the time against most characters is this one. So play around in training mode to see what combos suit you the best. One variant you can try is that one for the cost meter. And if you do choose to spend meter, you can spend as many as you want. And that's all I really wanted to show in this first Slayer video. If you'd like to see more Slayer, let me know and I'll continue researching the character. But just to give you a little taste of what an advanced Slayer combo looks like, you can do things like that to carry them from corner to corner. That to add extra damage. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. See you in the next one.